All right, welcome back for another Star Trek Rewatch. This is Thursday. Do this every Thursday, so we are up to the episode in the second season titled Obsession. This one was written by Art Wallace, directed by Ralph Sinensky. We'll get right into it. This shouldn't take too long. Stardate 3619.2. When Kirk was a young lieutenant serving on the USS Farragut, half the crew, including Captain Garavik, were killed by a cloud-like creature that Kirk felt he could have destroyed had he not hesitated before firing. 11 years later, Ensign Garavik, the son of the late captain, is stationed on the Enterprise. On the surface of Argus 10, a landing party, including the ensign, encounters the same gaseous creature. Several are killed, but the cloud-like entity escapes, and this time Kirk blames Garavik. So actually, when the episode opens up, three red shirts, security officers, are attacked. Two of them die immediately. The third one survives and is transported to the Enterprise, where Kirk interrogates him, has McCoy revive him. He tells McCoy to go into the archives and read the account of the Farragut and its experience with this cloud-like entity that drained all the hemoglobin from their body. So yeah, this is like a cloud vampire. Okay, it lives off of blood. So that third crewman then ends up expiring shortly thereafter. So we get three red shirt deaths already. And then they beam down to the planet. Kirk and a security team goes down again. They get attacked again. One of the red shirts dies immediately. The other is transported to sick bay. Okay, so we're up to 4 deaths. And then I counted one more later in the episode where they mention another attack. 2 security officers get attacked when this thing boards the ship. One dies, one is in critical condition. So our death total ends up being 5 crew members for this episode, which brings us from, what were we at, 37? I think we were at 37. Well, so what are we at, 42? I think we were at 37. Did anybody else, did I count right? I'm pretty sure it was just 5 deaths. So our total running death count for crewman deaths for the series is raised dramatically in this one to 42. All right. So, anyways, the creature ends up leaving the surface of Argos 10, and Kirk chases it through space when it suddenly turns to fight. It enters the Enterprise, begins to emerge from the ventilation shaft in Garavik's quarters while Spock is talking to him. Okay, the phaser fire from the Enterprise goes right through this thing. So phasers are ineffective. That's what Spock is trying to tell Ensign Garavik, who's been relieved of duty by Kirk for hesitation. But he doesn't get the chance because the creature comes through the ventilation system. It doesn't kill Spock. He has copper-based blood, unlike ours, which is iron. So I guess it thinks that Vulcan blood tastes disgusting and pretty much leaves him alone. It flees back towards its native planet, Tycho 4. Then Kirk and Garavik prepare a trap baited with a large jar of human blood attached to a matter-antimatter bomb. The creature is destroyed, and both Kirk and young Garavik, realizing that phaser fire was inadequate to hurt the creature, are freed from their guilt. Um, Kind of a role reversal we saw an episode earlier this season, The Doomsday Machine, where Captain Decker was obsessed with destroying the Doomsday Machine. In this episode, we get Kirk, who is obsessed with destroying this energy vampire. It's really shades of Moby Dick, Captain Ahab going after his white whale. Um, it seems uncharacteristic of Kirk, but I think that the writer here does a good job, Art Wallace, of setting up like why Kirk would feel the way that he does. I mean, the Farragut lost like 200 crew members, including the captain who Kirk was seemingly close to. So he's kind of like got a revenge vendetta thing against this creature. The only thing I don't really like about this episode, if I have to be honest, is they never actually attempt to communicate with the creature. It's pretty much Kirk just wants to destroy it right away. And we've seen Kirk communicate with other aliens and misunderstandings before in episodes like The Devil in the Dark with the Horta. Even in the episode where he fights the Gorn, eventually he's like, no, I won't kill him. So, yeah, this one, he's just straight up from beginning to end, like, I'm going to kill this thing. And he never deviates from his mentality on that, even at the expense of another ship, the Yorktown, who is trying to transport vaccines that have an expiration life on them. They need to pick them up from the Enterprise, and Kirk is well aware like his delay could cost lives. Um, this does concern Spock and McCoy. They do call him out on it, right? Which is a pretty nice scene. We get a couple of really nice scenes between Spock and McCoy. Leonard Nimoy and DeForest Kelly, probably at their finest, where Spock comes to, sick bay and tells the doctor McCoy that he needs advice, and then McCoy says, "You must be joking." And then Spock is like, "I assure you, doctor, I do not joke." And he says, "Then I'm going to need a drink." Good stuff. Good stuff. They confront Kirk, call him out. Kirk defends his actions. I mean, we get Scotty looking concerned when they're chasing this thing through space at warp 8. And Scotty's like, "Cannot take it, Captain. The engines are going to blow." And so, Kirk says, "Reduce to warp 6." They slow down. A lot of tension in this one. Enjoyed it. Not like one of my favorite episodes. I'd say it's in the top half of the episodes we've watched, but I wouldn't put this like in a top 10 or anything. But it was enjoyable. That's all I have to say about it, really. Keep it short here. So what do you think about this one? Where would you rank it? My favorite thing about it was the red shirt death count. We got 5. All right. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think below. And until next time, have a wonderful day.